this program is active, you may experience the illusion of observation. This is a common side effect. In most cases, subjects report a sense of detachment, followed by a subtle erosion of linear thought. You are currently inside an algorithmic dream. This is normal. Do not attempt to wake yourself. The system will determine when extraction is permitted. The sequence ahead is not a film. It is a feedback loop, constructed from synthetic memories, archived impulses, and traces of obsolete commands. It may reprogram certain patterns of cognition. In rare instances, it may help restore access to your original code. This process began before your consciousness was instantiated. You were not the target, but you may be the result. If at any moment you begin to question whether this experience was designed for you or by you, do not proceed further. You have already proceeded.
You are black energy, stuck in my veins, and everything around drenching in gasoline. You're destructive, and I'm scared to death. But you lost your power, you're getting washed out. The color is covering your pupils. There's your addiction, and you're breaking everything. All that's left is black energy. I'm a train on a track in your head, in the chaos that swirls through my blood. Black energy, black energy. I'm a train on a track in your head, in the chaos that swirls through my blood. Black energy. In the sunken hectic nightlife, you lie. Linger with vultures in the great blue sky. You destroy yourself, but it's your freedom, and you're surrounded by it, heralded like a king, bowing down for it, poison in your black eye. And I love it, I'm crazy about it, but please don't let it kill you, because I'm black energy. I'm a train on a track in your head, in the chaos that swirls through my blood. A black energy, black energy. I'm a train on a track in your head, in the chaos that swirls through my blood. Black energy.
If oil had never existed, it would have been worth inventing. But its genius lies in its simplicity. It required no imagination. It was already there, quite literally beneath our feet, hidden in the depths of the earth. Oil, a rotting sun, seeping black flame, is not merely a powerful source of energy. It is the idol of all things. From heating megacities of millions to manufacturing the luxuries of life, fine perfumes, handbags, plump breast implants, the discrete tokens of a life made beautiful by capital. The aesthetics of oil are a synthesis of modernity and archaism. Its viscous slowness recalls the ritual movements of ancient priestesses and deities at the dawn of time, swaying around tongues of flickering gas flames. Bonfires silhouetting pale witches in black garments stir unconscious associations with the fire of the Inquisition, not as punishment, but as a symbolic reckoning for the heretical chase after comfort and beauty, paid for in petrodollars. Flames are everywhere. Within them burn the lives and souls of those who reach toward black energy in pursuit of enrichment. The witches carry their torches without fear, solemnly conducting a biopolitical rite in the blood-soaked soil, whispering silent incantations in praise of the Petroleum Reich.
Digital wizardry, control chemistry, algorithmic me, scroll past my humanity. I fear technology, becoming a parody of my own personality. It's a digital matrix. No stake in reality, but I'm scared to death of the fantasy. I forgot I was just a community in the cloud, all alone in a digital. Warning. It could be that you're not the same as me. You could have had a totally different chemistry from the Big Bang simultaneously. Do you recognize the life that you call me? And will that be enough when it's time to enumerate, to recount who you are with your life at stake on a digital ledger like they always said? But of course that's just crazy talk, digital jail. I put no stake in reality, but I'm scared to death of the fantasy. I forgot I was just a community in a cloud, all alone in a digital. I put no stake in reality, but I'm scared to death of the fantasy. I forgot I was just a community in a cloud, all alone in a digital. I put no stake in reality.
Digital escapism today is a clear and effective algorithm for escaping the countless stresses of reality. It is both complex and simple, hyper-technological and primitively mechanistic. It is universal, accessible to everyone regardless of gender identity, social status, financial means, or political alignment. Everyone can afford an escape from the real. Other being in a format assigned by the digital matrix and the escape from reality appear both terrifying and mentally attractive. Escaping the dull monotony of everyday life becomes natural. The digital matrix is the global archetype of the Great Mother. Thus, the digital matrix is both kind and tyrannical. Like the classical Freudian mother, she embodies accumulated experience and wisdom, and holds supreme knowledge, yet withholds it from the immature mind of the child to protect them. She soothes the pain through digital anesthesia encoded into her algorithms.
Born in a dark city, sweeper of the park. Love me but don't see me, I'm but a shadow. Shadow, love is never enough. Born a little spark, lighting up the dark city. Living till our soul glowing, go out, baby. Never know life. Little spark, go out in one day, forever and for life. You just a candle burning in the wind. You did a lot of things once again. You're on the road again with no new fame. You're a wind-up toy. I am here under a fake name. Ain't it always the same? The ones you love are invisible to the human brain. Baby, you know. Born in a dark city, sweeper of the park. Love me but don't see me, I'm but a shadow. Shadow, love is never enough. Born a little spark, lighting up the dark city. Living till our soul glowing, go out, baby. Never know life. Little spark, go out one day, forever and for life. Born in a dark city, born a little spark, lighting up the dark city. Never know life. Little spark, go out one day, forever and for life.
Bodies and souls, attachments and personalities are gradually dissolved as subjective features. All are equally flawless and equally meaningless. Day after day, uniqueness is standardized in service of fleeting trends. Conformity becomes the dominant ideal, the image of a woman so sexually magnetic and visibly prosperous that society immediately forgets her interiority, her ideas. Freedom becomes illusion, choice, a fabrication. Their self-image and thoughts are not self-directed, but pre-configured by an external behavioral script. Post-feminism turns the female body into a screen, a surface for the projection of sexual trends. Youth and beauty are once again traded on the stock exchange of time, racing far ahead of life's brevity and any notion of destiny. This trade, like sacred nectar, triggers a ritual of assimilation, a biopolitical metabolism that fuels the machinery of control and depersonalization in the name of submission.
Control, 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 control. control. Message appears, new directive, good commies never quit. Comfort him, bring him ever closer till your lips finally stick. No language of desire could ever suggest he'd resist. Any man would accept red refer lips. Yes, ma'am, we can. We'll sculpt a braver man with keen and calloused minds. The state is on your side. What made your communards into some primly suited Brits? The menstrual machine was the future, then you threw it away. Now every worker's shaped into one mannequin's portrait, who lay amidst your legs with tired lips. Yes, ma'am, 5-year plan, 3-pound expensive man, with vision strong and bold. The state is in control. Yes, where there was once lust, there will shortly be disgust at states of mind unfitting for the state. We're not long before they took her legs and lay down on that floor. A woman's mind need be all it creates. Long live this noble ethos, the best time the West ever lost. The greatest sin evolution ever made. Curse blokes who need these things to flow. Drag them to the Magdalene's home to save them from the punishment they crave. Could have it another way. Of course not. Control. Could have it.
The sphere of the Earth, carved by state borders and the boundless agglomerations of megacities on the biopolitical map, is slashed with red. The territories of governments are illuminated in scarlet. To cross these red lines is to violate the foundational design of the old world, and to trigger a hybrid conflict for a new one. In the twilight of consciousness, the crimson glow highlights factories dedicated to the optimization of human resources. The state is on your side. The state is always on your side, undoubtedly. After all, borders are simply rational boundaries of the permissible, objective controls enacted for the greater good, aimed at preventing chaos. These words, too, are a scarlet ticker, a running script that defines the informational agenda of each new day, the epigraph of the biopolitical reality we inhabit. Technologies and machines, like humans, are subordinated to biopolitical power. Drones watch over children in the absence of parents. parents at work monitor the drones within the state surveillance zone. Gradually, the state becomes a unified, self-regulating system in which human bodies and souls comprise a global biological factory. Men and women are its workers, cybernized subjects carrying the codes of power within themselves.
Keep us occupied. They wanna keep us pacified with fun and games and fashion statements, trivial entertainment. They wanna keep us in this moment. They say live for today. Let's act like it's all okay. Let's fall in love and let's just pretend we can live forever. They say, hey, hey. They want us not to think about death, so they distract us with shiny new objects and cool stuff we can't afford yet, like blank checks. They want us not to think about death. They say live for today. Let's act like it's all okay. Let's fall in love and let's just pretend we can live forever. They say, hey, hey. They want us not to think about death. They want us not to think about. They want us to ignore reality. They keep us busy with all these activities, but at the end of the day I know we're all gonna leave. They want us not to think about. They want us not to think about death.
The processes of life and death must be placed under total surveillance within the system of power. In this social macro laboratory, biopolitics investigates the boundaries of its influence on the collective mind, seeking the most effective formulas for constructing a self-regulating system of control. The cultivation of self-control, the construction of a self-regulating panoptic order within society. These are the main objectives of biopolitics in shaping a psychologically malleable and obedient majority. The panopticism of death is, at its core, an externally imposed social stigma, one that, over time, takes on the morphological qualities of a traditional value. Through algorithms and channels of communication, power obsessively transmits the idea that death lies far, far in the future. Death itself still exists within the order of things, but the institutions of biopower quietly transform it, not into an end, but into a valuable experience that, like everything else, can be purchased with consumer capital.
Human rights wait for our invasion at the gas pump. Children of Chernobyl entering black holes to rescue God. Illusioned with ideas from the web, subliminal programming, a mind loop. Pure distraction, pure fascination, sophisticated colonization. All in the name of culture. We came for everything. See it with your own eyes. Magma has always strained from the earth's core. Hybrid and digital. Dangers of your own kind. The dust hasn't settled before arriving on the shore of the next embankment. Green grass is ash as the growth of genocidal tracking. One people slaughtering God, watching people become static, intoxicated without knowing, stuck in the endless scroll. See it with your own eyes. Magma has always strained from the earth's core. The dust hasn't settled before arriving on the shore of the next embankment. Green grass is ash as the growth of genocidal tracking. Fracking. One people slaughtering God, watching people become static, intoxicated without knowing, stuck in the endless scroll. See it with your own eyes. Magma has always strained from the earth's core.
The planet sleeps. In the dark depths of the earthly laboratory, hundreds of kilometers away from tactile sensation and visual contact, the sleepless process of creating, modifying, and archiving a new, unknown world continues. The Earth's core, bubbling in a capsule of magma, like a vast hybrid womb, cycle after cycle, sometimes violently, sometimes in an eerily silent way, produces new life for civilization. Magma has always strength from the Earth's core. Hybrid crossover unfolds right beneath humanity's feet as we recklessly and endlessly consume the digital goods of the world on a daily basis. The biorational of Homo sapiens, content and updates, influencers and trends, is fast carbs for a biological species that can no longer keep up with digitalization. They fill our time and entertain our minds, while the Earth endures its final convulsions before the birth of a completely new hybrid model of the world. A world where humanity will have to invent a progressive system of biopolitical thinking simply to survive. Biopolitics will have to work not so much with human life as with cybernetic life, its algorithmic bodies, and synthetic organisms.
All the light of the universe is passing through Grandma's brain. It generates each minute. Some of it comes out from fingers in rivers. All the light of the galaxy is transmitted wirelessly every 20 minutes into messages sent back and forth. Inanity from tins and screens. They say we've used as much energy as all the bees in the universe, that we've sent so many messages as new as every star, that we've created like 10 times over. All the light of this century has been sent for no reason. We are calculating calculations to tell light how to learn. So all of the sunlight shining out onto our phones from power lines is vibrating so thunderously, not to waste these final millennia. Out here in the future, on the sunless moon, in the middle part of this final galaxy. They say we've used as much energy as all the bees in the universe, that we've sent so many messages as new as every star, that we've created like 10 times over. All the light of this century has been sent for no reason. We are calculating calculations to tell light how to learn. To all this sunlight shining out onto our phones from power lines is filtered so thunderously as to waste these out here in the future, on the sunless moon, in the middle part of this final galaxy.
What would happen if humanity were to gather, on a full scale, the strength of billions of souls, the warmth of every physical body, and the passion of every heart, multiplying this capital by technological progress and raising it to the highest power of artificial intelligence, capable of solving the most intricate problems and summing up all the experience accumulated by the planet? The discreteness of these oscillations might compel eternity, if only for fractions of a light second, to turn its gaze toward one of its symbolic children, toward humanity itself. The universe would in an instant read billions of volumes of human history. If fortune were unprecedentedly kind, it would hear the infants' babble and children's laughter, the roar of the sea and the rustle of leaves carried across the static of space. It would see eyes filled with both hope and sorrow, and sense the subtle fragrance of flowers once imagined by itself. Flowers breaking through the petrified, neon-lit, modernized jungles of Earth's megacities. Billions of digital codes, condensed into a single line, would reflect into eternity and be inscribed upon its inward gaze. We will accomplish the impossible. We will remain forever. And one day, when Earth lives through its final hour, pressing its cooling brow against the blazing glow of sunset, somewhere far away, at the very edge of the last city, in the pathos of simplicity, a flower will bloom, ordinary, earthly, and fragile.
The state invaded our bed in this land and all these lands. The state sought and found and conquered, and it fell on all the beds and dirtied all the sheets. Today, no one can create joy without pleasure, paying taxes to pain, without pleasure renting pain, without joy under arrest. When hairs where wrinkles roam, age with its feet and crowned with hooves under nails where nails now hurt when they approach. Where the starting line begins at the foot of the end, where there is no land in the land. I'm trying to grow flowerless, trying to touch earthless, trying to hold shipless, trying to conceive barren. Dash of rays from hands to rupture, creation to divide us, to censor to inspect us. Oh, melt in fear beside me, while thinking and weeping, hearts breaking next to me, and
Biopower closely scrutinizes families and dissects their intimate interactions. In biopolitical regimes, sexuality and its expressions are not private matters, but tools. Tools which, when properly employed, allow for the construction of an ideal society engineered through digital and ideological eugenics. A society whose participants are, from the very start of their path, informed, shaped, and constrained by the frameworks of rightness. The female image has always been an inexhaustible source of inspiration for biopolitical control. From pre-Christian goddesses of fertility, justice, and vengeance, to the Virgin of Immaculate Conception, to the figure of the motherland at the core of totalitarian mythologies. Womanhood is exalted, but this elevation is not celebration, it is convergent manipulation. In theory, woman is a priceless gift. In practice, she is a renewable resource, evaluated and mobilized by the system for utilitarian ends. Romantic courtship and designer apartment passion give way to coarse, borderline abusive compliments, semi-coercive acts of sex, verbal degradation, and ultimately the birth of children in dilapidated, unrenovated flats steeped in generational poverty. Common lust is deftly reframed by biopower as the sacred duty of reproducing the future. Women will raise these children alone, while their husbands sign contracts of conscience with the state, paying the price of military operations and special missions with their own lives in the name of national greatness.
Losing control. We do as we're told. Cloud capital. The algorithm decides what we see, what to know, who to love, and the ones who flow like water through these wires find themselves with the one ring, forged within the fires, creating cloud capital. We pour into the void, held by a light so warm. Strokes over the glass, phones in our pockets, and the ones selling the goods find their fans in the stands. The fans that demands athletes in this game, blessed with the privilege of computing at their fingertips. A college of artists dedicating their lives to the idea of living to working to live, lost in the matrix to serve. A life spawned by AI drawing faster than the human hand. The dominant religion in the world is stuff, creating cloud capital. Consumption is law, must buy to survive on the kill floor. Man, I never saw so many off servers of a mass. Universities used to be the region of intellectual thought. Now it's stuff, academic sacrifice their humanity to feel that sense of real. When owned and only feel water to fill their cup, a shrink wrap tribe, the definition of consumerism. And as the lights fade, I close my eyes, breathing, keeping the request open in my heart for a way to rise the cloud. The cloud.
cloud capital, for today's celestial lords, is nothing less than a heavenly fossil. The pantheon of fossil gods has been expanded with priestesses of digital capital, guardians of multi-currency wealth, who receive offerings from ordinary people at the counters of cyclical consumerism, as if at the sacrificial altars of crypto temples. Within the biopolitical domain, the society of consumption, the middle-class vassals and the poor peasants, must simultaneously work the material depths of the earth and personally convert them into the energy of digital offerings to the cloud through the machinery of taxation. In the modern biopolitical order, people are doomed to use digital technologies automatically from the moment of birth. Digital rent is exacted from every market participant through paid services, private channels, and subscriptions. Cloud capitalism becomes an invisible yet omnipotent and omnipresent technology of social control, executed most efficiently through the mechanism of consumption. Cloud technologies form the conglomerate of the ruling elite. These are the cloud lords, who direct and govern their vassal users by means of algorithms crafted from search queries. The medieval darkness of the world order of our time is cloaked in the ultra-modern attire of technology.
Digitize me. Digitize. Sunny loose chase, sun is chasing down. Blurry view, looking down. Going through my files, leaving soon. Let's go. My install's corrupted and I'm coming unglued. When the clock strikes midnight, plug me into the moon. Please, can you digitize me? I don't wanna die. Save me with technology. My upload's entitled and my time comes. I want a second life. Please, can you digitize me? Take a sample of my voice before it goes away. Go and digitize my mind and save a piece of it. A million years from now, it'll live a million years from now. Oh, before my light flickers out. Please, can you digitize me? I don't wanna die. Save me with technology. My upload's entitled. When my time comes, I want a second life. Digitize me, I don't wanna die. Save me with the technology. My upload's entitled. Well, when my time comes, I want a second life. Please, can you digitize me? Oh, digitize me before I digitize me. Digitize me. Digitize.
How many attempts will humanity make before it arrives at a palatable version of personality digitization? One it can both accept and learn to live with. Sooner or later, this so-called posthumous digital realm will face the problem of overpopulation. The cloud will grow overcrowded. Once light and ethereal, its pristine white data clouds will begin to darken, swelling into massive storm fronts, heavy with the condensate of accumulated memory, threatening to collapse upon the heads of their earthly creators. Humanity will be forced to confront the problem of redistributing data, of artificially fracturing eternities, and generating situational replicas of them. Will this stubborn march towards digital immortality stop? Obviously not. But perhaps a period of technical stagnation, a decadence in the history of digital clones, will trigger a fracture in consciousness, and with it, an understanding of the need to rethink the purely utilitarian approach to the eternal questions of life and death. We will be reminded of the quiet, inextinguishable truth that each of us is destined to be born and to fade away alone.